Hello and welcome back. So here we are going to create two more private functions. So the first one will be start server. Okay, it will take app of type application. It will return promise void. Okay, promise void. I'll use a try catch. Okay, I can copy one of these here. So it's going to be gateway service, and then we add the name. So gateway service start server, error method. Okay, and then we'll create another method right here. This will, I'll call this start HTTP server. Okay, now this will take HTTP server of type http.server. I think we need to import HTTP from node HTTP from HTTP. We don't need to install this module, it's part of Node.js. Okay, now here as usual we can add our logs. So log.info worker with process ID of process.pid on gateway server has started. Okay, or you can change it. Well, we can add a different message, or maybe let me change it to something different. Gateway server has started with process ID process.pid. Okay, and then here we run http server dot listen. We pass our server port and also a callback, and then we can say gateway server running on ports, gateway server running on ports. Okay, now let's use this startup. I'll start HTTP server. I'll call it here, but first we need to create the HTTP server of type http.server. I already explained why I'm not importing directly this server from HTTP, because there might be cases whereby you have a different library that has server as an export, and then there might be confusion. So right here, http.server, it just lets us know that okay, this server is coming from HTTP. For example, you set up Socket.io. I think Socket.io has its own server export. Okay, if you get this, if you do it this way, just import server from HTTP, it will conflict with Socket.io's own server export. Okay, so new http.server, and then I'll pass app, and then here I'll call this .start HTTP server, and then I'll pass in the HTTP server. Okay, now let's use this here. Okay, so at this point maybe I can remove this so we don't get the error for now. So at this point we have not everything we need inside our server file. Okay, we are still going to add some other things to the server file. For now, let's create another file called app.ts. Okay, and then here we are going to add a class called application. Okay, And then here I'll create an instance of the class. Okay, const application of type application equal to new application. Okay, now we don't have any method inside, so create a new method. You can use an arrow function, so public async initialize. Okay, I don't think I need async. Okay, so this will return void. And then here we need to create an instance of Express. So app, remember that is what we are passing right here. That is what we are passing into this gateway server. So app of type Express equal to Express. Okay. So let's import Express. And then here, before we go further, I think we don't need this fat arrow. Okay, that was a mistake. And then here, let's create a server instance, server of type gateway server equal to new gateway server. And then we need to pass app. Okay, and then we can call server.start. Okay, and then this will be at gateway, and then down here we can use the instance application.initialize. Okay, so this is just all we need in order for us to start our server. Let's try to see if the server will start at all. Okay, npm, we already added the start command, right? Yes. Okay, npm run dev. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, yes, I expected this. The reason is because I have not set the Winston logger URL right here. Okay, so it's fine. This error is fine. You can change it to http://localhost:9200. Okay, so I think this should work. And yeah, you can see it's working. Okay, so we have our gateway server has started with process ID and gateway server running on port 4000.